Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time dream of mine that I would one day receive an honorary Oscar, and tonight I feel I am one step closer to that dream.
Steve Martin. The man is a legend. A true original I can't imagine the movies without. Since making his leading role film debut in 1979's The Jerk, directed by the late, great Carl Reiner, Martin has been one of our most celebrated comedic actors for more than 40 years now. He's a part of many of my all-time favorite comedies, including All of Me, opposite Lily Tomlin, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, opposite John Candy, and Father of the Bride 1 and 2. His latest project, Hulu's 10-episode series Only Murders in the Building, co-starring Martin Short and Selena Gomez, is yet another triumph in his long list of credits.
Were you close with Tim?
And do you consent to being recorded? Just say anything to agree.
No, please.
Thanks, perfect.
The man has done so much great work both on and off the screen, but one of his greatest performances of all came in Frank Oz's 1986 musical classic, Little Shop of Horrors, in which Martin portrayed Orin Scrivello, DDS, the sadistic sadomasochist who treats his girlfriend Audrey like garbage and doesn't exactly treat his patients any better.
If only I were a dentist. The dentist I went to had the greatest car. He had a Corvette, and I thought, my gosh, everybody calls him doctor, and he's not really a doctor. Oh, my God.
The dark-haired Martin relishes every second of this wild character, making us laugh hard even when we hate him. It's a thrilling and unexpected supporting role that marks, sorry, Laurence Olivier, likely the most memorable dentist character we've ever seen in cinema. But did you know Steve Martin played a dentist in another movie? At the turn of the century, Martin's film career was slightly floundering. He had a pretty big hit in 1999's Bowfinger, opposite Eddie Murphy, but his other film that year, The Out-of-Towners, co-starring Goldie Hawn, was a critical and commercial failure that didn't live up to the potential of their previous movie, House Sitter, and his rare dramatic turn in David Mamet's The Spanish Prisoner from 1997 mostly went unnoticed.
One thing my father taught me about business. Always do business as if the person you're doing business with is trying to screw you, because most likely they are. And if they're not, you can be pleasantly surprised.
He returned with 2 monster hits in 2003, Bringing Down the House and Cheaper by the Dozen. But the film on his resume I've always greatly enjoyed that I feel most people, even fans of Martin's, have never seen before is his 2001 black comedic thriller Novocaine, the only feature film written and directed by David Atkins, featuring an amazing ensemble of actors that includes Helena Bonham Carter, Laura Dern, Elias Koteas, Scott Kahn, and an uncredited Kevin Bacon. Novocaine is an anomaly in Martin's career, one that offers an unusual but effective medley of genres. Martin plays Dr. Frank Sangster, a dentist living the good life with his girlfriend Jean, played by Laura Dern, who stumbles into trouble the minute he meets his newest patient Susan, played by Helena Bonham Carter.
But you think you're a real bad boy, don't you?
Do you want me to do this or don't you?
They have an instant attraction, and even though he knows it's wrong, he doesn't deny her advances, and eventually has sex with her, a terrible decision that sends him down a rabbit hole of constantly growing chaos. Yes, Martin's playing another dirty dentist in Novocaine, albeit one that's more likable than Orin Scrivello, and someone we're rooting for even when he's messing up gloriously in his personal and professional life.
And the movie you play, it's a strange part for you, really. The evil, not evil really, but you find yourself in an odd situation as a dentist.
Yes, he's a dentist who makes an erotic mistake and tries to cover it up.
Right.
Which is kind of unbelievable that a man would make an erotic mistake.
The same way I talked in my last video about how Macaulay Culkin doesn't get enough credit as a dramatic actor, I believe Steve Martin is so much more than a fantastic comedian, and that in the right projects he can deliver nuanced and affecting performances that don't always rely on the funny, like in It's Complicated, opposite Meryl Streep, like in Shop Girl, based on Steve Martin's novella, like in the outstanding Lawrence Kasdan ensemble film Grand Canyon, and like in 1981's underrated musical Pennies from Heaven. By the way, if you've never seen Pennies from Heaven, you need to watch the Christopher Walken musical number. Trust me. Novocaine is particularly exciting if you're a fan of Steve Martin because it gives him so much more to do and play than in his typical comedy, showing shades of the actor we don't often see, like when he's risking his life, running along rooftops, trying to evade the authorities, and like in his seduction scene with Carter, where sparks were apparently flying offset as well.
You know, I saw your movie Novocaine.
You did?
Yes, I got a big kick out of this film.
A big kick.
Yeah. And Helena Bonham Carter?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh, man, tell me all about that.
Yes, and I've never done that before. Never had a sort of serious sex scene, and it's a completely awkward.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very awkward. There's a lot of, strapping in and,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, strapping
well, that's
in.
just me, strapping down. I didn't...
Another thing I enjoy is how serious this movie examines the world of dentistry. Many of director Atkins' family members were dentists, at least at the time, and he said in the behind-the-scenes documentary on the DVD that the profession has always been something he wanted to explore at the center of an entertaining film. Novocaine gets all those small details right about the life of a dentist, while at the same time delivering a genuine thrill ride that takes us through one twist after another, all the way to a slightly horrifying, but also extremely satisfying surprise ending. Sure, the film isn't perfect. It doesn't always work. The comedy in Kevin Bacon's part feels a bit forced at times.
Like if this was a movie. This is not a movie, Lance. It's real life.
I know that.
And Laura Dern plays her role of Jean so wildly over the top that after a while she seems closer to a caricature than a real person.
Nobody. And you know what? I'm tired of everybody else getting all the stuff and me being left out. I want to be the boss. I want to be on top because I deserve it all, and I'm going to get it. And if you don't understand that, you're really a fucking idiot.
After its premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival, the movie was a bomb at the box office, making only $2 million on a $10 million budget.
We're opening against Harry Potter.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Well, see, here's what I figured. Harry Potter has a very specific audience. Mm-hmm. Everybody. So what we have the people who do not fall under the category of everybody.
Ah. I think that'll work.
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty good.
The closest project in Martin's career I would compare it to is his newest, Only Murders in the Building. In the way it blends tones and genres, making you laugh in one scene and then shocking you with a bloody corpse in the next. Yes, we all love a great Steve Martin comedy, films like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles we end up watching every Thanksgiving. Yes, his turn in Little Shop of Horrors is nothing short of iconic. But the actor is great at drama too, and there's another dentist he played that shouldn't be ignored. Celebrating its 20th anniversary, 2001's Novocaine is worth a look if you've never seen it before. In fact, I'd go as far as to say it's a forgotten gem.